to the new Fulcrum NG Ultra. I know the expectations are high on this bird, and of course I will do my best to explain it in two ways. One on bet selection strategy and bet point strategy, and also in a shorter video like this one now I make now, where I go through the technical details of it for you who want to know its functionality under the hood. So what is behind the pilot's back in terms of software and how it functions, and also what happens there related to the platform itself, the HUD and the other sections of the platform. We will go through it now. Okay. This platform has a remake. I kept the colors because these colors are the most soothing to the eye frequency-wise, and you know, colors have frequencies, various frequencies, as sounds have, and it's important according to the teachings of a certain German mathematician. How we named Goethe, who was a philosopher also, how we experience colors and how we look at colors, and how we combine them and how they affect us. So these color combinations are carefully chosen, so you have a maximum data retention as a pilot when you go for your tests against the casinos. And your pilot has to trust his craft and find everything very fast, and therefore your brain will learn the various colors and act both consciously and subconsciously. And as you know, the brain calculates much faster subconsciously, and it comes to the surface as what some call intuition. But also conscious thought is not to neglect, so we will use both here. Especially good players use both these functions. Now, when I put this in here, we have something like this. As you remember, this one was from earlier, and I put this in the research and development to show what this bird is capable of in a short time when it goes really, really good. Of course, it can go not so good, but it will still surprise you and take you to a profitable outcome if you handle it right. Okay, what you have here now, if we cut it down like this, and let's everything is like in the previous birds, like the Fulcrum Blue and the Fulcrum NGX, but I have moved the box to the right side because the data retention wise, most of us can pick up information faster if we see it from depending on how we see with left or right eye. Some pick up information, they think, with both eyes. That is not so. Different people see things from a different point of view, and here it's important I have calculated to place it on the right side for faster data retention for most, but you can move it to the left side if you want. Then you put this on this side and this on. You just put it opposite mirror wise. In any case, otherwise you have here you have here statistical history, which is statistical predictions, which means this is the predictions made without calculating the distribution of the hits, but as they are very high here now, it doesn't matter. Here you have the anomaly, which means if you have a hit here, then a lot of hits here. A higher percentage here means that you had more hits on the latest spins than on the older spins in terms of predictions. So the difference makes up positive or negative edge, because misses here cost more than misses here. Here are the column numbers, and the column numbers, if we go, before we go, let me tell you how it looks. Here you have the platform, and I have lowered them, lowered here the outlook. So you see here, here are just data calculations for different functions in the platform you don't need to know. Here are the peak meter. Here are the frequency table for the default table, which the platform keeps fetching its frequencies. If I do like this, you see each number, how it has the frequencies here. It is so big here. Here you have the HUD. These calculates the HUD, where the bet point should be on the HUD, and once bet points are selected, they go here and then up to the HUD, the information here. Here you have the 20 spin, latest 20 spins, and you have them in terms of value for the anomaly, and as they are hit here, that is the statistical, and you see the statistical value here, 9 hits out of 15, and here you have point wise 107 points out of 195, which is these. So you have a percentage, and then you have a plus or minus edge. Here are the numbers, and this is a special number for bet point selection, which one is to be selected. And that took a long time to calculate for this bird, and it's also one of the, and you have 1040 columns, which means that you have here the unique, you don't have apps on this one, you have 1040 pure columns to choose from, and all columns choose from the upcoming span numbers, the frequency equivalence, and here you see a simple formula. They become more complex, of course, as you can see here, and each column has its own unique formula, and you see different formulas with different constants. I have implemented even pi, and here you have another, and you have a special one here that is curiously has come up several times as a winner, and not every time. It's number 328, which is the latest number, the highest of the two latest numbers minus the lowest of the two latest numbers divided by pi times 2. So this is frequency-wise a very curious one that has been a winner. But you have 1040 sector predicting algorithms, and here are the numbers translated back once they have come up with the frequency prediction here. They come up as numbers here equivalent to the number here. And then, of course, the hits are registered here. You see the registration of the hits here. And of course, the registration of the hits are fetched from a score chart that is here. See the score chart if 13 unit bet or 14 unit bet, 2 7 unit bets are hitting in here, they will be registered as a hit. And then, of course, you have the variance curves are the same. If I now do like this, you see following the Let's take some more just for the case of it. Oh, damn. In order to give you a good example, it's too good here. It went too good. But in order, let's say that was a miss, and let's say, okay. Here now you see that the difference between those two variance curves is 4 points. You have 2 points for a win and 1 point minus 1 point for a loss. And the difference are 4 points. You divide by 2, you see the odds wise you have 2 times higher chance to hit with the white than with the blue, and you invert this 1 to 2 odds wise. So the white is stronger here, and therefore if you want to place a bet on R and sure, your let's say chance of success is higher with the white than with the blue. So you can save money on the blue direction. But still you need a higher distance. So if I make it minus 13 there, now you have 7 points difference between those two, and it's 3.5 to 1. And you see the 1 is red now, not yellow. This means you can only bet on the white. It's what the platform recommends, not betting on the blue. It's still above, slightly above, but still it's not recommendable. So if I bet the next point here, 25, that is a loss. But if I were to bet on now on the next one, I do not bet. So this one should not be a loss. And here now I bet on this one. Some of you would bet here, of course, but 23 looks very good here, better than 33. So 27 is a win. Here now you bet according to the 0, which is superior to those two, 65%, 70%, and also have a 30% edge because the anomaly is 83. So you reach 7 to 2, you can, of course, and you hit number 7 there. Now let me go back here. No, I don't need to go back. Or I want to the original data before I made the changes. Okay, what else? Here you have the stop loss. You type the stop loss. I type 10 losses max, 140. This is the capital. I bet this is my bankroll, but this is the session bankroll, 140 units. And I want to win 200, let's say. And of course I cannot write it here because I already won 240. Let's say I want to win 106 more units. So I go for 500, which is 186 units left to reach it, but I will lose maximum 140. So if I lose 141, the platform will stop the game. What happened here? Sorry for that. I'm a bit tired. What else? Well, for newcomers who don't know the peak meter, you see the peak meter here. It says maximum peak 210, current peak 205, 172 is the stop loss level. What does this mean? We have 314 units and 53% there. Okay, 53% means following. It starts on 53% and drops down. The more units you have won, the more sensitive for loss it becomes. So if we have 340 units here, it's over 300. 8% loss from the peak will be enough to trigger a red bar. It means that, let's say that I have these ones. I type -14 there and -14 there. You see now 177, 172, and I take one more -13, let's say. And there you have red bars. What does this mean? It means that the stop loss point here have been larger than it is still 172, but it's larger than the current point, and the red bars will come up, and you can only type plus from now on until you have a win. Let's say you have it there, and this means the current point is higher than the stop loss, and you can start betting and type either virtual or real bets. But if we erase this one, let me show you what this peak meter has calculated on. If we go to the peak meter here, it's this screen. It has gone to the top of the curve to 210, and you see how it calculates. It has gone to 210, and it has then dropped to 164 points. And what happens is that because this has gone below 172 stop loss, it has triggered the protection in the platform has triggered the red bars and the brakes, and you basically stop there because you have fallen too much from your profit high. Peak profit. So this is to protect your capital. And what else do we have? Let me go back to original. I think that was okay. What else do we have? Here you see the amount of bets made, but you can see them here too. That's important to look at. You see that it's extremely high win-loss rate, 17 won out of 22 made, and 5 lost only. Here you have the session ledger, 383 units won, 69 lost. So the net is 314, which is written here also. Here, of course, you see that in profit, depending on what unit size you type in here. And otherwise, this platform, the uniqueness with this platform is it's 1040 algorithms that are where the winners are selected in according to specification. I have a special algorithm for that selection, and that algorithm spits out a number here, and the highest number, three highest numbers becomes the three selected numbers that goes down to this area, which put them on the HUD. So you see here they are placed on the HUD and placed here, and they are then sent up to your HUD without you knowing it, how fast it goes here. So you have them here. So whole-wise, it's not so difficult to read this one. And in the other video, the bet selection and the bet point strategies, I will tell you how to bet, but you will of course find your own ways as test pilots, and the aces among you are much better than I to find the correct bet points and to make the correct decisions. But I will still show something from my experience, hopefully with not too many errors. So thank you so much, technically wise. Not much more to say about this bird compared to the earlier ones. It was only its unique configuration with 1040 algorithms, which took quite time to devise. It's not easy to come up with so many, and unique every one of them. So what it does it does good, and it means also the precision of its predictions will be more accurate compared to the previous platforms that Fulcrum that are called VR60, where the 60 stands for 60 algorithms or 60 columns. And I didn't want to call this VR 1040; it sounds stupid, so I call it Fulcrum NG Ultra. Okay, that is all, and hopefully you will succeed with this far better than with the other ones, but still this will be available for your consideration and tests, and I hope that you at least pay me back by reporting with good tests and however the outcome, so I can make adjustments and make it better if needed, though I doubt it. So take care and see you on the other side on the bets strategy on the next video. Thank you.